everything set up. Here we go. All right, hell yeah. Here we go. What's up, everybody? What's up, everyone? It is a late Tuesday night, 11:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm coming to you later than I've ever come to you before. And that's just because, when you got stuff to talk about, you got stuff to talk about, and when you get an opportunity, take advantage of it. So, here we are. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you're watching, listening, catch us on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram Live. I've got one going on right now. I just appreciate everyone listening and watching right now. Brewing Orange, here we are again. Haven't done one in a week, but boy, has it been a fun week for Florida football ever since that win at Georgia and the win at Arkansas. Now we're staring down the barrel of Vanderbilt, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. We'll get our reaction from the Arkansas game. We'll talk to you about some Trask, Heisman. Just the Heisman hype right now, lack of Heisman hype, the comparisons of Joe Burrow. Weird Justin Fields is in the field right now. He's only played a few games. I don't believe he deserves to be there, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. So let's get into it. Like we do every Brewing Orange episode, I'm going to give you a beer. Look, last Sunday, after my boy Jeremy and Kirsten got married, we had a hell of a night. Congratulations, you two. Shout out to all my friends who have tied the knot these last couple of months. Lily and Dakota, my sister, my new brother, congratulations. Justin and Mercedes, you were over in October, congratulations. And Jeremy and Kirsten, beautiful ceremony. Glad to have been a part of all three of these weddings in the last 2 months. That's what it's all about. 2020 has been weird, but I'm glad I was able to finally be a part of something that feels whole and feels together with family and friends. Let's drink a beer real quick. It's 11:27 p.m. on a Tuesday night, and we are going to drink from Tampa Bay Brewing Company. This stuff came out. Whenever Tampa Bay Brewing Company does something like this, I just can't wait to get there. They're about 15 minutes from my house. They're at the West Chase area off of Monroe Street. This is Waves of Haze, and if anybody has seen any of my, watched any of my podcasts, I love juicy, hazy IPAs. Thank Patrick Simmons for that. There it is, Waves of Haze. Now this is a collaboration between Tampa Bay Brewing Company, Three Sons Brewery out of Dana Beach, Florida, and Vitamin C Brewing in Weymouth, Massachusetts. So look, there it is. You already know what this is going to look like. I'm going to pour it up for you right now. Let's go ahead and enjoy this together. So this is a 7% New England style IPA. I rated this a 4 on Untappd. Let's go ahead and pour this in my Tampa Bay Bucks cup. We did get that victory on Sunday. There we go. Beat the Carolina Panthers. Look, like they say, after a loss like the Bucks had, they rebounded. Tom Brady is now, we'll just skip right to the Bucks while I'm pouring this. It's limited what I have on the Bucks because my boy Justin is, he's got to work hard tomorrow, so he will not be with us. Tom Brady's 8-1 after a loss of 25 points. I mean, we saw what happened after the loss the last time. He rebounded. They beat the Packers, and here we are again. They lose in primetime to the Saints, and they turn around at the 1 o'clock game and they beat the Panthers. So what are they going to do Monday night? I think they're going to win. We always think they're going to win because they got the team, the players, they got the playmakers across the field. Look at this beautiful Instagram. Take a look. There we go. For all those who will maybe watch on YouTube, take a look at that bad boy, my awesome cup. And if you're just listening on, Spotify, Anchor, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, I'm sorry you can't get a look at it, but it's a juicy, hazy IPA. I always like this. Look, family owned, family brewed, featured hops, Citra, Strata, Sultana, and Toulouse hops. There we go. Waves of Haze. Man, this is an awesome thing. So I went there on Sunday. After that awesome wedding I was just talking about, their food's great. If you have not made out Tampa Bay Brewing Company, please go out there and give it a shot. It is awesome food. The pretzels, the fish and chips, the pizza, the beer. Go out, try Tampa Bay Brewing Company. It's an awesome patio area. I suggest it. Cheers, everybody, on this late Tuesday night, almost Wednesday morning. Cheers, everybody. Like I said, find me on Untappd. I gave that a 4. I think it's a 4.3. There's only been like 30 some odd check-ins. Man, you got to get those are rookie numbers, as Matthew McConaughey would say on Wolf of Wall Street. Rookie numbers, got to jack those things up. 4.3, 33 check-ins. I gave it a 4. Untapped, find me, Cody Brickner, Brewing Orange. Type it in, find me. Delicious beer. I got a couple more in the fridge outside. Can't wait to share with my friends. Can't wait to have some more throughout the week. There's another one I got from Tampa Bay Brewing Company. I'm going to wait till later on in the week when we do like a Vandy, Florida review. I'm going to save it, but let's just say Hop Silo came through again. Delicious beer. Tampa Bay Brewing Company has been doing it. My first podcast was with a Tampa Bay Brewing Company beer. I can't wait to show you about the next one that I got. Again, Monroe Street, West Chase location, right by Tampa Bay Downs. My favorite driving range. Go out there, maybe go hit a bucket of balls, and find yourself over Tampa Bay Brewing Company. Listen to some live music, catch your favorite sports out on the outside patio. If you're more indoor, go indoors and check out the location. It's stellar. The beer, the food, you can't go wrong. So look, cheers again, but I got a bone to pick with all these people. All these people not giving Kyle Trask his due, because the guy's doing stuff that no one else has done. I'm just going to go through a couple things here. Pretty easy to find. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Through 6 games, Kyle Trask is doing stuff that no other SEC quarterback has done. He is, for all the Florida fans, he is gunning for Danny Werfel's record right now of 38 touchdowns, but that was with 12 games. Trask has got 28 right now. Trask got 28 through 6 SEC games. He's got 5 games left. He's got Kentucky, Tennessee, 4 games. So LSU, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, and Tennessee. Not in that order, but look, man, he's going to beat that. He's had 2 games of 6, 4 straight of 4. He's really playing well. So let me just ask you right now, if I told you one quarterback through 3 games has 996 yards and 14 touchdowns, the other one has 965 yards through 13 touchdowns. One of those is Big Ten, one of those is SEC. You're going to pick the SEC guy every time. The Big Ten did Justin Fields no favors. But look, I don't want to see that comparison, and I don't want to see the Zach Wilson BYU comparison at all. That's not fair to Trask. Let me just name you off who Zach Wilson has played these first few games. Navy, Troy, Louisiana Tech, University of Texas San Antonio, Houston, and Texas State. Okay? He's got 22 touchdowns through 8 games. Look, I'm sorry. I just don't want to hear the comparison of BYU, Zach Wilson, and Trask. No reason for that to even be talked about. And the other one we talk about is Trask and Burrow. And I'm not buying that one either. And I'll tell you why. Because through Burrow's first 6 games, my favorite stat. This is one that I looked up a little bit. When Burrow was going all out, he was hitting all these miraculous numbers that everyone was just foaming at the mouth over. Did you know that in all of his games, his major targets were only 2 guys? That was Justin Jefferson and Chase, Jamar Chase. Gator fans, we love to forget about that one because he was a Gator commit at one time. Leading receivers through all his games were only Jefferson and Chase. Trask has spread the ball around, and that is my favorite thing about Trask. He has spread the ball all over the field. 4 different receivers have led the teams throughout the games throughout this season. He's had running backs. Malik Davis led the team in receiving the other day. We have Grimes having his best year as a Gator so far. Shorter, all the Penn State fans, you said he couldn't catch. Guess what? The dude catches. You saw him high point the ball. So one thing I've heard throughout this so far right now with Trask, whenever commentators are out there, especially guys like Jordan Rodgers, guys who have played, guys who know, there is no good defense for good passes. or for balls that are placed in places where only the wide receiver can get them. There is no defense for that. There has been good coverage. We saw it with the Georgia pass to Grimes. We saw it with the pass against Arkansas to Shorter. You can't defend that. So, my boy Pat, if you see this, I'd love for you to come on here and defend your statement the other day when you told me that Trask just isn't making throws. Because he is. He's anticipating. He's reading the defense, pre-snap reads. The back shoulder throws. He's high pointing. He's throwing the ball where only receivers can get them. When he threw that pass to Jacob Copeland, man, you saw him point down the field, step back, throw that ball where only his receiver could get the ball. There is no good defense for a great thrown ball, and that is what he's doing. My biggest gripe, though, I gotta tell you, let me get another drink because I'm getting hyped up. I know it's only been 10 minutes. I don't know what Instagram is gonna do once I run out of minutes here. But here's the deal. I keep hearing this thing that that Kyle Trask is being propped up by the system he's in. That's really strange. Because the other leading quarterbacks in the Heisman race are Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones. Are we saying that Dabo Swinney and Nick Saban are not quarterback guys, are not great coaches? Because that's not fair to Kyle Trask. Dan Mullen's not out there throwing the passes. Brian Johnson, if you remember, he is the offensive coordinator right now. That's Brian Johnson. Dan Mullen is there giving ideas. They're always, the calls are always running through Dan Mullen, but Brian Johnson is ultimately calling those plays. I don't want to hear you taking away from Kyle Trask saying that it's Dan Mullen propping him up. This is come on. That's the type of stuff you say when you don't want to see people like Tom Brady play well. Am I comparing Kyle Trask to Tom Brady? No. But what was the argument when Tom Brady left the Patriots to go to the Bucs? That he wouldn't be able to do what he's doing now because he's not with Belichick anymore, and we saw that's not true. Has Tom Brady had perfect games since he's been with Arians? No, he has not. But Tom Brady is not a victim of his system. Tom Brady is Tom Brady, the same way Kyle Trask is Kyle Trask. Let's look at this. First, so we had the, right now, first 3 games, and also, here's another thing, Florida fans, be happy. The defense is improving, and that is also going to help Kyle Trask. I know we hated to hear Dan Mullen make all these excuses for the defense and say the offense needs to do better. Well, the first 3 games they gave up 33 points a game. Right now they're giving up 27 points a game. That's almost a touchdown greater. Give Campbell the credit. He's allowed people to play where they are. Look, this Florida team is something to be reckoned with. They're going to continue to improve. Kyle Trask, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and compare Kyle Trask and Joe Burrow through their games. Okay? Burrow through his first 6 SEC games last year, 2,221 yards. Kyle Trask, 2,171 yards. That's a 50-yard advantage, Joe Burrow. Fine. But remember what I said. He was only throwing that ball to 2 different receivers the entire time through those 6 games. And look, before that, he had time to warm up. He played Utah State. He played New Mexico. And all these people saying that, show me a good defense in the SEC. It doesn't matter. It's SEC caliber teams. Everybody is slacking on defense. These are faster, bigger, stronger guys. Kyle Trask is playing very well. Kyle Trask right now, 28 touchdowns through his first 6 SEC games. Tua had 27. Burrow had 25. So maybe his yards, he's 50 yards less of Burrow, but he's completing 70% of his passes, 28 touchdowns. He spreads the ball around 4 different receivers. I mean, the other game he had 10 different guys catch a pass. This is an unselfish, talented wide receiver group, and I just can't wait to watch what they do the rest of the game. So my buddy said the other day, he's a Seminole fan, he texted me, he said, Trask for Heisman. I'd love to get on board with that. And I am, but I'm just going to withhold, and I'm going to temper my expectations because we know any given Saturday, pandemic or not, these games are questionable. Gator fans are all too familiar with what happens with teams like Vanderbilt, with Kentucky, and with Tennessee. Those are the next 3 games, and we still have LSU there at December 12th, right before a potential SEC championship game. Look, I'm bouncing around here. So Trask leads the nations in touchdown with 28. The offense is 2nd in points per game and 3rd in yards per game right now. Florida's got. So let's go ahead. I just want to see what Instagram's gonna do here before I move on. Look, it's incredibly close. This 2019 LSU offense and this 2020 Florida offense. So the comparisons between those two teams are very close. Hey, but give me Kyle Trask all day. That's just how it is. What do we got here? So we've got. What are they doing? Instagram doesn't want to let me have that one. Let's do one more here. I'm going to start it. I don't know what we're doing here. Instagram, hands-free. Cool. Anyways, look. All right. Trask through 3 games. Remember what we said, 996 yards. Let's go ahead and skip over to 2019 LSU. 6 SEC games, 277 points scored, 177 against. Florida through 6 games, 275 points, and 180 points against. So, what does that mean? That is too close to freaking call as far as I'm concerned. We're not going to get into semantics, who was playing whose defense what. It doesn't matter. It's a valid comparison, this Florida offense compared to the LSU offense. Maybe even their defense. Maybe just this style of play. Because look, what did I see against Arkansas? Pretty much. Look, the defense gave up some big plays. I finally got to rewatch it. Shout out again, Jeremy. Kirsten, I would rather be at your wedding every single Saturday. I love the Gators, but I love y'all. Look, I finally got to rewatch the game. They gave up some big plays. You take those big plays away, the defense is still playing well. Did you know the defense is still leading the SEC? For what it's worth, I know it's not something to brag on this year, but for what it's worth, the Florida defense is leading the SEC in sacks. So just think about that for a moment. I mean, what? So we're over here anticipating an Alabama, Florida SEC championship, possibly December 19th. Who knows what happens. Everyone cross your fingers. Players, fans, everyone, wear your mask, do your thing. Let's make sure we can finish these games and play. Look, this Alabama-Florida potential game is something everybody's looking forward to. You just read all the outlets. It doesn't matter if it's Sports Illustrated, if it's the 247 boards, it doesn't matter. This is something everyone's anticipating. And given a catastrophic letdown by Florida, that game's going to happen. Florida's going to be favored. I think they're favored by, here, let me just check on that real quick. I think Florida's favored by 32 over Vandy. And I think that may be a record. Just go ahead and check that. Maybe 32. Speaking of wide spreads, yeah, Clemson over FSU this week. Goodness, I can't believe they're going to televise that. That seems like that's going to be a freaking murder show. Anyways, let's just check for the heck of it. Let's see what Florida Vanderbilt's going to be. It's a noon game. My goodness. Here we go. Let's click on that real quick. I'm doing some live research for you. Sure, probably should have done that while I was prepping, but look, man, I'm drinking some brews. It's a fun Tuesday night. Let's see what we got here. So it's a noon game. Man, what I would give to be in Nashville for this freaking game. All right. In ESPN Football Power Index gives Florida 97.3% chance to win. That doesn't matter. Oh, so they brought it down compared to the last time we looked. It's 31.5 points. Let's just go through Florida's remaining games just so I can show you what Florida potentially is up against here. Florida's going to be favored. They need to show up. You can't have a letdown. I know early in the Mullen era, Missouri gave Florida fits. We've already seen Florida put away the South Carolina. Florida's put away Missouri, and they got over the hump of Georgia. It's just something they have to do. Dan Mullen's not the guy who's going to allow this team to let up or allow this team to be surprised. Excuse me. You heard Mullen during the press conference. They want to win every game. This is not where they sell. The season does not end with Georgia. The season continues whether it's an 8-game, 10-game, 12-game all SEC schedule, or you sprinkle in the cupcakes. Florida's not. They're not happy with where they are right now. They want more, and this team's having fun. This team is gelled together. It's really Also, I think what they say, Stone Forsythe has given up the least amount of sacks in the SEC. Who would have ever thought? Out of all the time that us Gator fans have complained about Hevesy and his recruiting, complained about the O-line play, Stone Forsythe is giving out the least amount of sacks. So cheers to that. Again, don't forget. Oh man, that's so good. That's so good. Whether it's midnight. My freaking computer is touchscreen. I just touched a random button. Let's go ahead and get back. Whether it's 11:46 p.m. or it's not 8 o'clock on the West Coast, it doesn't matter. Try to find yourself something hazy, delicious. Wind down, relax, have fun, because 2020 has been wild. So let's go ahead. Let's get back to that. Look, this team is good. Florida fans should be excited right now. I've already given you some reasons why Trask should be. I told you, Trask leads the nation in touchdowns. Florida's defense leads the SEC in sacks. This team is very comparable to LSU on defense and offense last year. I told you one specific stat why I like Florida's offense more. Does Florida have the better coach than LSU? Pat, I think so. You're more than welcome to opine on that anytime you'd like. But the fact that he is spreading the ball around, I love that receivers are catching the ball out of the backfield. I can't wait to hear my buddy Justin's his perspective, because after watching the Arkansas game, even the Georgia game before, Malik Davis is in rare form. He is what he looked like during his freshman year. This backfield's unreal. We've already removed ourselves as Gator fans from realizing that DeMarcus Bowman committed after transferring from Clemson, committed to Florida. You're looking at a backfield of possibly Dameon Pierce, Lorenzo Lingard, and DeMarcus Bowman next year. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this team is good. Mullen has turned things around. And look, regardless if it's 4 stars, 5 stars, listen to these press conferences. Justin Shorter and Trayvon Grimes, they've built a bond together. This team has a different attitude. I don't know if anyone remembers, but when Jim McElwain would win games, he would borderline be on the verge of tears. He was almost surprised to win these games. And when he talked about the team, they didn't expect to win. Mullen's not like that. Mullen expects to win these games. When he came out of that plane, Gator chomping with the rings on, look, he expects to win these games. Okay, and that sets yourself aside from elite, good, and okay coaches. Look, he got over the hurdle. We all were giving him trouble for not beating Georgia, and he did that. So guess what? That next hurdle is that SEC championship. Florida fans, we're not going to rest on our laurels right now. And if you're watching and I look distracted, so I'm scrolling down, I want to get down here. I want to get down to these next games right here. I'm going to slide you over there, Instagram. Slide you over. There you go. Rest comfortably there. Remember, everyone go follow. I don't care if you follow or not. I'm going to talk to you regardless. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Follow me on Tapped. Follow me on Anchor. Subscribe on YouTube and Spotify, wherever you like to find your stuff. Look, and there's Dan Mullen talking to us right now. Look, so we know that James Houston is out. We know Kyle Pitts is still out right now. He had the broken nose on top of the brutal hit that Lewis Cine laid on him in that Georgia game. Doesn't matter. He will rebound. I don't have any inside information, but I gotta imagine, unless some epiphany happens and Kyle Pitts decides to sit the rest out, he's not going anywhere. He'll be back maybe for that. What do we got? You got Vanderbilt this week. 2 noon games in a row. I know that frightens the heck out of Florida fans. Well, look, Florida's going to be favored. Trask is a Heisman Trophy frontrunner. He should have been 2 games ago. Like we said, he has broke the records. 2 games of 6 touchdowns, 4 games in a row of 4 touchdowns or more. Closing on that, Danny Werfel's 38 touchdowns in a season, obviously with a full season. Just give Trask a chance. He's not going to play the full game against Vanderbilt, I don't imagine. You hope he doesn't. We're going to see this kind of Tua vibe here. Alabama got so far up on so many games that they decided to keep Tua on the bench and stuff like that. I'm not mentioning Mac Jones on this freaking podcast because if anybody has a plethora or a rag or an embarrassment of riches of playmakers, it's Mac Jones. Mac Jones, I think, I don't even put his stats on here. Mac Jones got 18 touchdown passes right now. We're not entertaining that. So, look, Trask leads the nation. That's a big thing. 28 touchdown passes. I think he's got, 1 interception. It doesn't matter. He's what do they call it? Outpacing the field. He's lapping the field here. He's doing what he has to do. And like I told you, my favorite stat is the fact that if you look at these games throughout the season, he's had 4 different receivers and or running back lead the team in receiving during that game. That is huge to me. That means that there is open. So who was it? Was it Jordan Rodgers? Was it someone on ESPN? Oh, no, I think it was someone on SEC Network. Who do you cover if you have the potential of 10 different people who can catch passes in a game? You have nobody to cover. And Lorenzo Lingard and people like Trent Whitmore, hey, man, get better soon. We even saw Emory Jones throwing touchdown passes to Xavier Henderson. This team is stacked. We're closing the gap in a lot of different ways. I just want to say cheers to everyone who came out, watched, listened. We got Vanderbilt coming up. I don't know if I'm going to do a review. What's the point? Florida's favored by 32 points. If I can get some people to come on here and talk to me, I will. My buddy Pat, I know he's willing. Justin, when you're not working so hard, brother, you come on here as well. Let's talk Florida and Vanderbilt coming up this weekend. Everyone tune back in a couple of days. It's a busy week. My wife's birthday is on Thursday. Happy birthday. Beautiful. I love you very much. Shout out to my friends and all of those who are tying the knot. Justin and Mercedes started it off. Lauren and Lily, you really rocked it out there in Savannah. And, of course, just recently, Jeremy and Kirsten, what a time. And, this has nothing to do with that, but it was such a fun time that I felt like that was applicable at that moment. Look, 2020, everyone stay safe, stay healthy, social distance, wear a mask, do whatever you feel is necessary. Don't let anyone control you and tell you what to do. Look, holidays are coming up. Do what you got to do. Hey, have 1 person, have 10 people, have 100 people at your house. Whatever you feel is necessary or whatever your state will allow, do what you have to do. But all I know is, this is what's important right here. Tampa Bay Brewing Company, stuff like this. It ain't for me. It ain't for you. It's for the people serving, the people brewing. It's those people who are trying to live their lives. They're trying to put food on the table. I don't care. I got this. I got all this stuff. I ordered online. Showed up. I got my pretzel, my fish and chips, my beer. I got it all online. I showed up, bought it, drove back home. 15 minutes, made it in time for the Bucks game. And shout out to my my newfound friends in the neighborhood. Go Bucks, Let's keep winning that game. Bucks are 7-3 right now. Yeah, so what? We lost to the Saints twice. Let's see how the Saints do with Jameis Winston. That's neither here nor there. Let's wait till we get JB, the sports guy, on the joint. We'll have him talking to us. Look, cheers, everybody. It's Hump Day tomorrow. You're a week away, just about, give or take, from Thanksgiving. Like I said, love one another. Peace, everybody. Have a great rest of your work week. Work hard. Earn that weekend. Go Gators. Go Bucks. And, man, I can't wait to see what Kyle Trask does against Vanderbilt on Saturday. Cheers, everybody. See ya.